Hello and welcome. You are watching IndianExpress.com. So New Zealand defeated India by 19 runs in the fourth ODI in Ranchi. Electing to bat, New Zealand scored 260 for 7, but the hosts were bundled out for just 241. And to analyze the match, we have with us Tanuj. Tanuj, just where did India go wrong in this match?
I think the majority of the problems that for India that happened were in the middle of their own chase. India lost about 6 wickets, I think, for a span of 69 runs, which shifted the balance of the match in New Zealand's favour already.
And bowling first, I mean, there was quite good pressure on the Indian bowlers. I mean, New Zealand batsmen opened quite well, but India bounced back and restricted them to a challenging total of 260. But do you think Indian middle order just couldn't take on that pressure? Because there were some couple of good knocks from Ajinkya Rahane and Virat Kohli, but MS Dhoni and all the middle order, they just collapsed like a pack of cards.
India did get a decent start. The opening pair did not have a great start again. Rohit Sharma went out early again. But India were 98 for 2 at one stage after Virat Kohli got out. So they were still, India could still have been in the game, but for that middle order collapse that I just mentioned. And more importantly, when India was starting off with the bowling as well, New Zealand started off well. New Zealand with Martin Guptill doing really good job. India got things back with their middle order spin bowling as well. So that brought things into India's command as well, and India still were in the game with a target of 261. But with the middle order collapse that they had, things went into New Zealand's hands.
And talking about MS Dhoni, was playing on his own soil, but unfortunately he couldn't just continue with the performance that he showed in his last match. What do you think? Was he under kind of a pressure? He has shifted his position. He has come up to bat at number 4, but he couldn't deliver this time.
Yeah, he spoke about the importance that he feels that as a player he needs to bat higher up the order, which is something that he needs to do for himself and less for the team. But it can't go in your favor each time. It didn't go into his favor today. But then again, it was required for him to start and maintain balance at one stage. But then again, you need to keep the scoreboard ticking. But it wasn't working for him today.
He was looking under quite pressure.
Yeah.
And so, what do you think in the next match? It's going to be a decider. What do you think India is going to win the match or not?
So for the final ODI, which is on Saturday in Visakhapatnam, India are okay in the bowling department, but if any changes we might be able to see, it will be in the batting department. We might see some changes in the who plays when.
Yeah, they actually made one change in this time. They brought in Dhawan Kulkarni in place of fighting Jasprit Bumrah. Yeah. So do you think Bumrah will come back in the next game?
It depends. I mean, it all depends on how the pitch works out going into the contest. Even today, Akshar Patel moved higher up the order. That worked for quite a long time, but he kept losing partners. So it depends on how the pitch is doing in Visakhapatnam and what the strategy would be.
Well, thanks Tanuj. So we hope to see an exciting encounter in Visakhapatnam in the 5th ODI. Thanks for watching IndianExpress.com.